Every year at CES, there seems to be some new trend that all the companies are jumping onto, whether it's crypto, the metaverse, or as we saw this year, calling everything AI. But one trend that has been around for almost as long as CES has are TVs getting bigger and better every single year. 15 years ago, Blu-ray had just become the new physical media standard, and with it, everyone started going out and getting 1080p televisions. CES 2013 is when we started seeing the emergence of more 4K TVs, and I realized how hard it is to get interviews when you look like you're 12 years old. And now, we are in a place where 8K TVs are hitting the market, but we can barely notice a difference in the resolution. At this year's convention, two television companies, Hisense and TCL, were right across from each other. Since I couldn't get an interview with either of them, I decided this would be an excellent opportunity for me to use each of them to explain how TVs are still improving and how I think the TV arms race has become marginally ridiculous. First of all, the ideas of TVs needing to be as thin as possible seems to be over. It was nice for a 42 or a 55 inch that you wanted to slap onto your wall, but now that TVs have gotten much larger, it's not so much a factor people worry about anymore. As long as it's not a 110-inch CRT TV, you'll be fine if the TV is more than an inch thick. And yeah, you heard me, 110 inches. And by the way, that's not even the most massive TV on display. TCL had their 163-inch micro LED TV, which was incredibly difficult to convey through video just how big it was, mainly due to the rope that was keeping people, like myself, from walking right up to it. TVs are getting large to the point where most of us won't have enough friends in our contacts to help us move it into our apartment, supposing that you could even fit it through the door of your apartment. The size of TVs is the only way we can appreciate the difference between 4K and 8K. Spotting the difference between a 4K and an 8K on a 42-inch TV would pretty much require a magnifying glass. Now, it's not all ridiculous in terms of TVs just getting larger than ever before. It's not even just about TV resolution. It's also about the color and the brightness they can provide. Some time ago, most TVs on the market went from traditional LCD TVs to now LED TVs. LED means the colors are much more vivid, the dark areas are much more true to life, and the TV can reach full brightness faster without any warm-up time. Things like this matter when watching movies with many high contrast scenes and require the TV to show a wide range of colors and light. The technology in TVs that has seen the biggest success when it comes to this is OLED. Instead of using a regular backlight like standard LCD TVs do, they have each pixel light up individually. The benefit of this is that you get the deepest blacks and the most vibrant colors. The downside is that they are not as bright as other models of LED TVs. Mini and micro LED TVs are looking to solve this by drastically increasing the number of dimming zones. Those are the areas on your TV that light up when things need to be illuminated in that section of the screen. The more dimming zones you have, the more closely you can replicate the effects of OLED, but with a far brighter picture. Not only does the brightness make it easier to view the TV in bright rooms, but it also adds more range to the colors that you can see. When I made a video about Dolby Vision several years ago, I talked about how TVs at the time couldn't achieve true Dolby Vision due to the increased brightness they would need. Well, now it looks like we're quickly coming up on that standard. In conclusion to all of this rambling, I know it just seems like companies are introducing new TVs for the heck of it every year. I know. I feel the same way about most cell phones. But televisions have been on a steady climb for several years. It doesn't feel like any year is a breakthrough year. But looking back at the last decade and a half, it is very easy to see how far the tech has come and can still go. See?
Contributing and doing their stories. And you see this reporter here? He has a special setup here. If you take a look at his whole setup, live monitor. He is doing a teleprompter off his phone with a teleprompter phone app. You're looking amazing. You're looking good. Representing the Bay Area, we see you. Tell us a little bit about what you got going on here today.
So I've been covering CES for the last 4 days now. We've been looking at TVs, different health devices. One of the things I'm talking about right now are the TVs from TCL and Hisense, and how TVs over the last entire history of CES have just been getting bigger and better every single year.
That's true. You heard it here first. Connor Mitchell, live on the CES floor. Megan, back to you. Thank you.
No problem, man.
You take care, man. See you on WorldStar.
See you on WorldStar.
Go Giants.
Oh, thanks. I was just on WorldStar. Okay. Let's finish this, and then we'll